So, you know that feeling when you walk into a room and the conversation just stops and everyone looks at you and you get that primal gut-level certainty that you are not just an outsider, you are the wrong species that has just wandered into the wrong ecosystem? Yeah. I went on a business trip, booked a totally normal hotel room, and for one night, I was the main character in a horror movie for a secret society I didn't even know existed. This is the story of the night I accidentally became the unwilling and very confused star of a hotel secret sex club. Now, I need you to picture the most generic, boring corporate hotel you can possibly imagine. We're talking beige walls, that one piece of abstract art that looks like a sad avocado, the faint smell of chlorine and disappointment, the Ramada Inn or the Sheraton Suite, somewhere off a highway exit that only exists for gas and regret. This was my home for 2 nights for a regional sales conference. My biggest worry was whether the free Wi-Fi would be strong enough to stream a movie. I was looking for quiet. I was looking for anonymity. What I found was an invitation to a party I never, ever asked for. It all started at check-in. The guy at the front desk, his name tag said Steve. Steve gave me a look that was a little too long. It wasn't suspicious, it was assessing, like he was trying to figure out if I was a size medium or a large. He handed me my keycard and said, room 743. The special event tonight is mostly centered around the pool and bar area. You'll know. I just nodded, assuming he meant some kind of noisy wedding party or a corporate mixer. Great, thanks, Steve, I said, already thinking about room service. The first real clue should have been the elevator. I get in, and it's just me and this older couple. They're dressed sharp, like going to a fancy cocktail party sharp. The woman gives me a slow head-to-toe look, and then turns to her husband and says, just loud enough for me to hear, "Oh, a fresh one, unaffiliated." The husband just chuckled. I smiled awkwardly, thinking, unaffiliated, weird word for not being with the wedding party. I got off on my floor. They stayed on, still looking at me as the doors closed. My spidey sense was tingling, but my brain was still in tired from travel mode. I just wanted to find my room, dump my bag, and maybe order a suspiciously expensive club sandwich. The room was fine, beige, very beige. But then I noticed little things. There was a complimentary bottle of champagne on the desk with a card that just had a winking emoji on it. I thought, wow, this hotel has really stepped up its welcome game. I'm not one to look a gift horse in the mouth, so I popped the cork. Mistake number 1. I'm drinking free champagne, feeling pretty good, and I decide I'm gonna go check out this special event around the pool. Maybe there will be some free appetizers. This was my mission. Free food and a dip in the hot tub. I had no idea I was about to walk onto a stage where I didn't know my lines, my role, or even the name of the play. So I throw on my swim trunks and a t-shirt, the kind with a stupid pun on it about coffee, and I head down to the pool area. The second the elevator doors open on the ground floor, the energy hits me. It's a low hum of conversation, but it's not the chaotic noise of a family pool party. It's intimate. There's music, but it's that smooth, down-tempo lounge music you'd hear in a overly expensive cocktail bar. And the lighting had dimmed all of the main lights, and there were these, are those candles? They had like candles all around the pool deck. Who does that? That's a fire hazard and a half. I walk in, and the scene is curated. Groups of people, mostly couples, all in their 40s, 50s, 60s, standing around in robes or silk pajamas or very, very smart casual wear. No one is in a graphic t-shirt with a coffee joke, I can tell you that much. And everyone is holding a drink, talking quietly, but their eyes are everywhere. They're scanning the room. It feels less like a party and more like a silent auction for people. I make my beeline for the hot tub because that was the plan. The hot tub is occupied by a man and 2 women. They're not doing anything, but they're sitting very, very close. The space between them is charged. I stand there at the edge like an idiot and say, mind if I join? The man looks at me, gives me a slow, easy smile and says, the water's fine, plenty of room. But the way he said it, it felt like a test. It felt like a line from a script. So I get in. The water is indeed fine. I'm sitting there trying to look casual, pretending to enjoy the bubbles, and the man introduces himself. I'm Robert. This is Cynthia, and this is Marie. I give my name. So, Robert says, leaning back, what's your flavor? I blinked. My flavor? Yeah, you know, your preference, your type. I, being a simple man, thought he was asking what kind of woman I was into. So I launched into this clumsy, kind, funny, has her life together. Robert, Cynthia, and Marie are just staring at me, their smiles frozen. It was like I had just recited the Pythagorean theorem in response to a question about the weather. There's a long, awkward silence, just filled with the gurgling of the jacuzzi jets. Then Cynthia, without breaking eye contact with me, says, he's unpaired, Robert. And Robert's smile widens. An explorer.
An explorer.
Even better. Explorer. I wasn't exploring anything. I was trying to soothe my lower back pain from a long drive. At this point, the penny still hadn't dropped. I thought I had just met some very, very forward swingers who were hitting on me. I was flattered, but also deeply uncomfortable. I made some excuse about the chlorine bothering my eyes and got out of there, my heart pounding for reasons I didn't fully understand. I retreated to the bar, which was in the same open plan area. I needed a real drink. The bartender, a young guy who looked as out of place as I felt, saw the panic in my eyes. I ordered a whiskey, neat. He slides it to me and leans in. You here for the conference? He whispered. I nodded, relieved. Yeah, sales conference. He gave a grim nod. Yeah, you and me both, man. You're not with them? He gestured subtly with his head towards the pool crowd. What is this? I asked, desperate for an answer. He just shook his head, almost in awe. It's the third Thursday of the month, man. They book out half the hotel. It's like a members-only club, but without the membership cards? The final puzzle piece slammed into place. The assessing look from Steve at the front desk, the fresh one comment in the elevator, the champagne with the winking emoji, Robert's question about my flavor. I wasn't being hit on by a single group of swingers. I had accidentally checked into the headquarters for a secret, organized, hotel-wide swingers party. And because I was a solo traveler, they all assumed I was a free agent, a rookie looking to play ball. I was a lone gazelle who had wandered into a lion's den, and the lions were being very polite about it. This realization changed everything. My walk back to the elevator was a journey through a completely new landscape. Every glance, every smile, every murmured conversation I passed now had a terrifying double meaning. A woman, quote-unquote, accidentally dropped her room key in front of me. A man asked if I had a light for his cigarette, holding my gaze for a beat too long. It was a minefield of subtle, unspoken invitations. I got into the elevator, and it was just me and another couple. They didn't say unaffiliated. This time, the woman just smiled and said,
Seventh
floor? Us too. Maybe we'll see you later. It wasn't a question, it was a